Hello everyone, this is Kiana and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you think this is helpful. So today I'm going to be showing y'all how to soak off some acrylics properly, safely, because some of y'all be removing y'all acrylics, y'all be popping them off, and it just be all kinds of damage on y'all nails. And every time I have a client with damaged nails, I could tell it's because they popped off those acrylics. So I'm gonna show y'all the safest way to do this, okay? So right now I'm using a toenail clipper and I'm clipping above the natural nails to remove as much length as possible. The less length that I have to soak off, the quicker the soak off is going to be. And because these nails are already short, it really wasn't much to clip off, so it was very easy. But you could do this with a nail clipper. You just want to make sure that the nail clipper is strong enough to crack through the acrylic. So you can see all I have to do was I just cracked on the side of the acrylic, and then I just pop that tip right off. Make sure that you do it above the natural nails. Now, doing it the safe way does mean it's going to take a lot longer, but your nails are going to be healthy, they're going to be safe, and at least you'll have something for the acrylic to grab onto to your next set. Because what's the point of removing your acrylics with popping them off if you're not going to have no nails left? You know, it just don't make no sense. So right now, after I removed all the rhinestones, which this toenail clipper is perfect for that, because if you got really big, huge rhinestones, this toenail clipper will just eat through all of that. So make sure that you also removing those rhinestones if you got any, because you don't want to ruin your drill bit when you're trying to file them off. Okay, so now I'm going to be using the triple course drill bit, and this is the best drill bit to use to thin out the acrylic. It just eats through the acrylic super quickly. You can get this drill bit off of Amazon. All my drill bits are from there, so that's the kind that I use. And you want to get your acrylic as thin as possible. You want it as thin as kind of close to your natural nail. The thinner the acrylic, the more quicker the acetone is going to penetrate through the acrylic, and it's going to help it soak off a lot more quicker. So the thinner you can get it, the quicker it's going to soak off. So right now I just focus right on the apex, which is the thickest part of the nail. And as you can see on the other hand, how thick the acrylic is compared to the nail that I filed off. So you want it to be super thin. And then after I filed off the apex, I just focus on the rest of the nails and just get it as close as possible. Now, if you're not comfortable using a e-file, you could definitely hand file this down. It is going to take a lot longer just because it's not going to be as quick as using the e-file. So if you're not used to using the e-file and you don't want to hurt yourself, definitely I recommend using a very coarse hand file. And you can get a nail file that's at 80 grit. I think that's the grittiest that you could get, but the grittier the nail file, the quicker it's going to file through that acrylic. So I recommend using that one if you don't want to use the e-file. Okay, so after filing the acrylic as thin as possible, this is what it should pretty much look like. It should look almost close to your natural nails. So now I'm going to be soaking off the nails. So I'm going to be showing y'all the tools and the product that I use. So you're going to need a bowl. There's a few different ways that you can soak off the nails. Some people use the aluminum foil, which also works really good, but I'm going to be using these bowls that I have here. So what's cool is that it has a double water bath, so you can put the warm water in first, and what that does is heat up the acetone a little bit, so it actually makes it work quicker. I end up not doing that for this video just because it wasn't necessary, but if you want to do that to make the process go even quicker, you could definitely do that. So for the acetone, you want to use 100% acetone. You don't want to use nail polish remover, or you don't want to use nail polish remover with acetone in it, because it's not going to be strong enough to eat through the acrylic. So you want 100% pure acetone. So after letting my nails soak in there for about 5 minutes, after taking it out, you should see that it should swell up just a little bit. Now right here, they're not that swelled up just because it's only been 5 minutes, but it does work pretty well with eating through the first layer of the acrylic. So I'm taking this tool here, which is one of my favorite tools. It's like a scraping tool, and it should start crumbling off the nail just like that. It might peel first, but then the longer that you let the nail soak, they eventually start to crumble up. But you can see I'm able to peel off that first layer pretty well, just getting through the acrylic. It's a little bit tricky doing it for myself, because what happens is that if you leave your hand out too long out of the acrylic, out of the acetone, acetone dries up very fast. So by the time I got to my other hand, it was a lot more difficult to peel off the acrylic, which you'll see later on in this clip. But you just want to make sure that you work fast enough to be able to peel off as much acrylic as possible while the acetone is still wet on there. So that's a little trick that I learned, because see, like on the other hand, it was a lot more difficult for me to peel it off. Now, if your acrylic is not crumbling and peeling like this, you might want to question what type of products you're using, because if your acrylic does not crumble like this and it comes out more gooey or rubbery or anything like that, it might have MMA in it. Okay, so I would definitely do a separate video about how bad that is for your nails. So yeah, if it's not crumbling like this, it might be an issue with the monomer that you're using. So I would do a separate video about that. But now after another 5 minutes here, I'm scraping off the acrylic again, and this time I'm working on my other hand first, so that way I could have enough time to get off as much acrylic on that side as possible. Again, this tool is very perfect for scraping off the acrylic and really getting through there and just digging it out. So I highly recommend this tool, and it does come in a pack with a cuticle nipper and a cuticle pusher, which you can also use as well. But this is one of my favorite tools. I love specifically for doing this. So after another 5 minutes, as you can see, the acrylic has started to swell up a little bit. So now I'm just taking my same tool and just scraping off as much acrylic as I can. Now there was just a tad bit left on my nails. It was like a very thin layer, and I could have went another 5 minutes, but I hate soak offs as well, and I tell y'all, I did not have the patience to wait another 5 minutes. So what I did is after I scraped off as much as I could on my nails, I went ahead and just buffed the rest off. Okay, so I didn't get this part of the video, which I apologize, but I didn't show the part where I buffed off the rest of the acrylic off my nails. But I just took this sanded bit and I just buffed off all the acrylic, and I'm also hitting my cuticle area as well, because I had a lot of hang nails in those areas. So I'm just getting rid of those as well, which I love using this tool for. If you're not comfortable using the e-file, you can also just use a regular hand file and just buff off the rest of the acrylic that way as well. Okay, so after the whole process, this is how my nails end up looking, and you can see they're a little dry, so I end up putting some coconut oil on just to help with the dryness. But you can see my nails are not completely damaged or anything like that. There's no lines, no peeling, no nothing. That is how you do a proper removal of acrylic nails. So I hope this video was very helpful for y'all. I hope y'all can stop popping them nails off or peeling them off and do it this way to help keep them natural nails intact, because you want to be able to have nails to do some other sets, right? But for me, I know I don't have the patience, so I'm going back to my press-ons, my acrylic press-ons. So I can't wait to do more videos of that on this channel. But with that being said, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Like this video, subscribe, follow me on my other social media pages, and don't forget to check out my Etsy shop down below. The link is going to be there in the bio. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Be safe, and I'll see y'all on my next one. Bye.